It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. We're just moments away from the action. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Baker going to throw this right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now a 2nd and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. In motion left, Godwin. To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try and run here with Irving. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 43. Open man, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now Purdy. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerron Jennings, 26 yards. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. And again, it's Mayfield. This ball complete to Durham. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Here's Mayfield. That's caught by Durham. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. In motion, the tight end. Mayfield with it once more. And this is caught by Evans. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Mayfield to throw it. There's Evans again, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans from 10 yards out, and the Bucs have taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's James. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 23. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing, Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to throw here. He'll find McMillan here. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll go up the middle with White. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In motion left, Godwin.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Third and 3.
They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with 4th down and 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Getting to him for the loss there, that's Kalijah Cansey.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Purdy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Purdy now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Purdy looking to throw. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave them some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
In motion goes the tight end. Mayfield down. There's a short one taken in by Otten. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. That is caught. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. That escapes the sack. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And again, it's Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving him up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. back at the 4. Here's 2nd and goal. Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, Purdy. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Purdy. Over the middle, complete. That's Jennings. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. Give them 18 on the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your
touchdown, 49ers! Christian McCaffrey from 6 yards away. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point try now for Moody. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Mayfield. Otten brings it in over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Now, rather than risk anything, Mayfield here, he's going to call a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
An excellent play.